Thinking differently, the polo shirt. So I've often reflected in life that I sometimes just don't seem to get it. I always remember at school that there would be something would be happening, and I'd often, I was a bit quiet. In each situation I've been in life, I've started very quiet and reserved, and then slowly built my confidence, both at school and both schools, and then when I was at university, and in life generally. Best because I don't think in real time. Step back, just watch, observe, and then try to understand and build your confidence and your relationships and network and all the rest. But I just always had this thing that I just didn't get it. I didn't kind of understand kind of what was going on. And there was an example just recently that just really put the finger on the button, so to speak. So it's the end of the year. Well, it's been the end of the year, so my children have now broken up for some holidays, and my eldest child is moving from primary school to secondary school. So that's she's just turned 11 in May, a couple of months ago, and she's gone. She was in year 6, so she's now going to go to the new school where she will start in year 7. So this is the transition from the kind of kids school to the teenage school, adolescent school, if you will. And I don't know if she's more worried or I'm more worried. It's a bit scary for me, definitely. Anyway, it's the end of the school that she's been at. So she's been at this now 2 years, because we moved 2 years ago, or just a little bit less. And she is, she's going through all the things you do at the end of school. She was in school play. They've got some events on. We had a picnic on the common the other day. And she's saying goodbye to lots of friends. Although clearly this is wonderful, because we're in this little locality where everyone lives in the same area, which I just love this. Compare, it's chalk and cheese compared to the last school where we were in South London. And it's so refreshing. She's made so many bonds and connections here. But of course, some of them will be going to the next school she's going to. Some of them will be going to other schools. But nicely, so many will still stay in the same locality. Now, the school phoned me up and said, can I bring in one of her polo shirts? And I kind of stopped and I thought, what's a polo shirt? And that... I know I've heard the term polo shirt before, because of course you've got that the Ralph Lauren polo type of shirts. It's got a brand, isn't it? And it has that image of someone playing polo on it, but what's a polo shirt? So I know they have several different shirts they can take to go into school with them. And I then had to think, I didn't want to ask them what a polo shirt was, what it looked like. And so I then Googled it, because what do you do? And Google's brilliant for me. You've got to understand that these really simple base questions that I just don't know the answer to. But Google doesn't care. It's not going to tell me I'm stupid. It's not going to tell me I'm repetitive. It's not going to tell me I've forgotten. It just provides me with the answer. So I Googled it and, polo shirt. So here we are. This is a polo shirt. It's a collared shirt that's got a soft collar that's a bit like a t-shirt that looks a little bit more formal than a t-shirt. I've got lots of them. I just didn't know they were called polo shirts. And yet that kind of seems stupid in retrospect, because there were lots of clues and signs that was a polo shirt that I just didn't pick up on. And that's, I think, the thing that... where I think that I'm really good at pattern recognition in one area, I'm just so unbelievably bad at pattern recognition in maybe areas I'm not interested in. I'm really into fashion. Fashion, something that other people help me with. And I did once get into fashion. When was that? In about, 94, 97, just as I was working. I'd come back from Australia on my world travel, and when I was working in hospitals and going out, and I really wanted to be fashionable, so I was looking at magazines, and I you know, apparently this is something dyslexics and other people on the spectrum can do. You can super learn and really focus your mind. It's a term that they say we can do. So anyway, here's the thing: is Jessica. She's got a name written in it, and we bought a little stamp. You know, she went a bit crazy. I don't think you can see that because she stamped it twice over the top of each other. And she got lots of her friends in the year to sign their names on the shirt. It kind of needs a wash. Should I wash it, or is it just going to lose the all her friends' signatures? She doesn't need to wear it again. She's going on to a new school, and we've got lots of polo shirts. But how did I not know that before? Why did no one ever took me to one side and said, okay, here is a generic list of shirt types. This is a collared shirt. This is a t-shirt. I know what a t-shirt is. I know what a collared shirt was. Why did I not know what a polo shirt is? And I just thought that was a really good classic example of something I just hadn't picked up. It was just sort of gone by me. You know, and I remember when I was at school, often we'd be in a crowd and people were saying things, and I just thought, what the hell are they talking about? Hopefully I'll pick up later. And I guess, you know, sometimes I'd have to take my mate Adam, that was a little better than me, but I don't know how much. He was also dyslexic. And I then have to say to him, what the hell is going on? What are they talking about? And he was pretty good. He knew me, you know, he's still probably my best friend ever. You know, still hanging out with him. And he would then, he knew, you know, he'd explain to me kind of what it was. But I just really thought that was a good illustration of kind of what I'm talking about, because it's hard sometimes to find something without a good example. And that example just nailed it. All right, listen, thank you very much.